I am your perceived villain. By default, you see me as three things: wrong, immoral, ignorant. And ultimately, if you really start digging, you'll see, number four, I'm a waste of your time. There's no reason to watch my videos. I'm telling you now, don't watch my videos. They're a waste of your time, because I'm not interested in debating the existence of God with atheists. You're not going to convince me. I'm too close-minded. I can't say the same for you because I can't speak for you, but ultimately, I believe in identity protective cognition. When you believe something so strongly, as atheists strongly have their view, anything I'm going to say to try to convince them otherwise will only put them on the defense, and they will only get a confirmation of what they already believe that much stronger. I know that. It's simple psychology. I'm aware of it. With that being said, let's go ahead and have another conversation, another discussion in which we're not debating the existence of God, but we're having a conversation outside of that as a Christian and an atheist. And I'm going to be honest, I don't even want to make this video. I have no desire to make this video. This video is going to ultimately, all this video is going to be, in the comment section, it's going to be an insult graveyard. People hurling insults at me. I'm so confident that that's what's going to happen in this video that I'm actually going to end the video with predicting all of the insults that I'm going to receive. But let's at least get started so we'll at least know what I'm talking about here. My favorite atheist, his name is Crazy Jesse, and he's been a strong supporter of my videos. Even though he's an atheist, when I say supporter, he watches my videos and he's not here to argue or debate or try to insult me, which I don't give the power to any of you to insult me. That would have to be my decision. So no matter what you say, it doesn't insult me. But people attempt to because they are not at peace, and I recognize that. But Crazy Jesse has a level of peace that most atheists don't. He does not have that high conflict personality. But this comment is going to challenge a lot of my viewers because they already know what I'm going to say. And it's not going to be fun. There's nothing fun about this video. Here we go. Let's get to it. In a video I made less than 24 hours ago that's had 100 views, 63 comments, which what does that tell you? Very engaging. 6 likes, only 3 dislikes. So I did something right. Let's look at Crazy Jesse and what he had to say on that video, which is called Atheists Are Bothered. I Don't Care If I'm Wrong About My Faith, which, man, I'm really finding out that's true for most atheists, with an exception of Druden Fuse. She said, quote, nope, I'm not bothered. But she's the only one who said she's not bothered. Everyone else, including Bionic Dance, if you look at her comments, she left like a dozen comments. She's very bothered by it. So most atheists who watch my videos are bothered by the fact that I'm not bothered if I'm wrong in the end, because I'll never receive confirmation if I am wrong in the end anyway. Okay, let's check out Crazy Jesse, my favorite atheist. Here's his comment, quote, I'm interested in how you raise your children as a Christian. It's one thing to be satisfied with being a believer until you die on a personal level, but just curious about how you navigate that space of raising children in a religion. For instance, do you tell your kids that it's a choice to believe, and certain people don't believe in a God? I feel like it's pretty common for Christian parents to raise their children without ever telling them it's even a possibility that a God doesn't exist. And I feel that is ultimately the main reinforcement of that identity protective cognition, when the formative years of someone's life are spent not even realizing disbelief was an option, end quote. So I like this. This personally challenges me because I really want to make this video have some value other than just triggering atheists to insult me and tell me what a horrible person I am. So let's pick apart this comment, and I will do my best to give this video substance beyond an insult graveyard. So the first thing I'm looking at is the first question: do you tell your kids it's a choice to believe and that certain people don't believe in a God? So from what I recall, yes, I've actually said that. And I'll tell you something. Here's what actually brought it up. Some of my best friends that I hang around the most, that I spend the most time with, that I truly care and love more than most of my friends, happen to be Muslim. And so that's interesting, because we're not Muslim, but we have so much respect for our friends and their beliefs. And we recognize that we have differing beliefs, and we've had conversations about it that were never debates because we're emotionally intelligent people. We've had talks about it, but yeah, I mean, I've had conversations and with my kids and said, okay, here's what they believe as opposed to what we believe, which leads to a conversation of, so other people believe other things? And I say yes, just like when we go to the Thai restaurant and there's the big Buddha statue. Well, that's a different religion too. And I tell them, hey, I spent 2 summers in college teaching English in Thailand at a Christian school and an overwhelmingly Buddhist population. And I was exposed to that. I have so much respect for Buddhist people. I really do. I have so much respect for Muslim people. Every Muslim person I've ever met in my life was just so kind. I had so much respect for them. So I have a high regard to all belief systems. Yes, even atheists. And what we have to remember is these videos, it's Wonka vision. It really is. I make myself the fool for you, you know. I make myself the clown. I'm like, okay, go ahead and throw those rotten tomatoes at me because you automatically think that I'm ignorant, wrong, immoral, and a waste of your time, which I am a waste of your time. There's no reason for atheists to watch my videos. Your IQ will never raise. The only thing you'll ever gather from my videos is all I really care about is having emotionally intelligent discussions with atheists, which good luck on YouTube. There are a few exceptions. Again, Crazy Jesse is one of the few that has never attempted to try to insult me. Again, it's not possible because I do not give that power to other people to insult me. But Crazy Jesse's the exception. I like Crazy Jesse life. If I knew Crazy Jesse in real life, we would be friends and we'd hang out. And it wouldn't matter that he's atheist. In the same way, it doesn't matter that some of my best friends are Muslim. So yeah, I've had these conversations. Okay, there are other belief systems. And I have even said, and there are some that do not believe in God at all. That exists. So yeah, I have had that discussion. And the Bible itself is full of that. Actually, I think really the first conversation about there being other options other than believing in God was in the Bible itself. Reading through the Bible, reading through especially the Old Testament, all these other false gods that were being served. And so yeah, it's the Bible itself presents that, like, from the very beginning. There are other ways to believe, but in the context of what we believe, this is what we believe. So I think I had you until that point. And we were good until 7.5 minutes, and like, oh, now I can't stand this guy. That's probably what a lot of viewers are thinking. So I'll make it easier for you to like me even less, because I'm very good at that. Let's take a look at some of these other comments. Let's see. Do you tell your kids that it's a choice to believe and certain people don't believe in God? So yeah, I feel the answer is yes. I make that very clear. But at the same time, we're going to church. This is what we're learning about. This is what we're reading about in our own home. And our culture in our home is based, before dinner, before our meals, we're praying. Before we leave for school and work, we're praying as a family. These are things we're doing. It's part of our lifestyle. It's a part of our identity. So ultimately, I know that in the end, I can't make my kids believe. I can be the example for them. And as they grow into adulthood, ultimately that's going to be their decision. Everyone has the choice. And so I feel that so far we've kind of lined up on this, but I think the further this video goes, the more the atheists will turn on me and really hate me. Let me just keep going through this here. Okay, I feel like it's pretty common for Christian parents to raise their children without ever telling them that it's even a possibility that a God doesn't exist. No, I mean, that hasn't been true for me. And even the same thing with, this may not seem like a big deal to you, but consider this. I have had a lot of conversations with my children about the Jewish faith. Granted, I have Jewish DNA, Hebrew, whatever you want to call it. And I've talked about that. I said, well, let's consider Jewish people. They do not believe that Jesus is the Son of God. They do not believe that he is the Messiah. And so that's its own form of almost atheism. If you believe in God and you believe in what we see as the Old Testament, but you don't believe that Jesus is who he said he was, then it's like its own form of atheism. So imagine, well, here's people who believe in God, but they don't believe that Jesus was the Son of God. So, and the Bible itself presents that. And so, yeah, I mean, we've had a lot of conversations about all of this. Absolutely. All right. But let's get to the point where people turn on me. I know that people are surely going to turn on me. I got to say something that people won't like, right? That's something I'm good at. Okay, I feel like that is ultimately the main reinforcement of that identity predictive cognition when the formative years of someone's life are spent not even realizing disbelief was an option. Okay, well, you know what? Maybe after I read this comment, maybe I have done these things. I have presented non-belief as an option that people can have, but ultimately, it's not for me to say, because I can't say, you have to believe this, right? That doesn't make someone believe. I think what believes is an example. And if I show this is our way of hope, this is what we believe, and that is the culture that is presented, ultimately, that's what's going to happen. I don't have to say, you have to believe, because it's up to the child to believe. So, do you hate me yet, audience? I know, Jesse, you're going to be cool with me, but does anybody hate me for my response on that? Because that is my response on that. You know, please don't misunderstand me, though. It's not like this loosey-goosey agnostic situation, and I love agnostics, but it's not the situation where, okay, children, here's what mommy and daddy believe, but as we go to church, it's up to you to decide what. No. It's not like that. It's totally okay if you don't believe. Do you want to believe in Buddha instead? Do you not want to believe? It's not presented like that. It's not like a buffet. Like, here's all the things. Because let's be honest, atheists aren't going to raise their children that way. If an atheist had a child that wanted to become a Christian and start going to church, I seriously doubt that atheist parent would be cool with that. So I think we have to look at it from both perspectives too. So actually, what's funny is there's been a character arc in this 12-minute video. I really thought that I was going to make a response that people were going to hate. But I think overall, if we're being level-headed about this, I haven't surprised you too much, but I also have been pretty level-headed in my response, ultimately. I really had this plan of like giving you all these insults, like that you could use on me. So let me at least do it, because surely some people have to hate me, right? Okay, so here's some freebies that you can use on me. I'm a horrible parent. I'm an irresponsible person. My children should be taken away from me because I'm such a bad person. I'm brainwashing them. Is that a good place to start? So there you go. And I myself was raised in a home believing the same way, in the same structure that I've just shared. I like my life. And if I'm brainwashed, then you should stop watching my videos, because why would you want to watch someone who's brainwashed? That's not any good for you. Your comments belong right here.